Hello, this is Jos, and I'm going to talk about my new course in neuropsychology. And first I will show you some very interesting books about neuropsychology. This, by the way, is my favorite place on the planet, a very peaceful pond in my hometown, and paradise I call it. And I come here to relax and see the sun go down almost every evening, because I like to relax, and I think for the brain it's very good to relax. So that's why I want to show you some good books of good neuropsychologists, people who know about the brain. And the most famous guy in the Netherlands is Erik Scherder, and his book is called Stay Young Even When You Get Very Old. And it pays to do effort. And in Okinawa you have the most 100 plus people, because they live healthy, they do exercise, they eat healthy, they meditate, they do yoga, they are nice to each other, the young and the old people. So there's something special in Okinawa. But if you live in the Netherlands or in UK or Europe, it always is good to do a lot of exercise for the brain. Eat very healthy, good brain foods, good for the gut flora. If you meditate and relax and sleep enough, and just live a happy life, Okay. So Erik Scherder, professor in neuropsychology. I advise all his books to study for the psychology students. And then Erik Scherder again, Professor Erik Scherder. Don't leave your brain alone. How exercise keeps your brain young. Very important for the immune system, for the heart, for the brain. Exercise, This means swimming, like I do every night here, every day. Cycling, like I love to do uphill in the Barcelona mountains, or even in my town. And walk a lot, It's good to exercise, okay? And then about Erik Scherder, what is good for your heart, what is good for your brain, and the role of exercise and food for your heart and your brain. For example, about the food, it's good if you eat bananas with tryptophan, eggs with tryptophan and choline. If you eat nuts like walnuts and almonds, and chicken, but cooked chicken and not fat. And there are many more good things. I will show you many more videos about food and exercise and relaxation and meditation and yoga and everything that's good for the brain, as Professor Erik Scherder did teach me, the neuropsychologist. And then, very interesting, Pim van Lommel is a doctor in cardiology, and he was writing this book about the near-death experience and the coma, and he is explaining the theory of near-death experience, and he was interviewing many people about the near-death experience. I will explain you later more. So this is just an introduction about some important books like Erik Scherder, the neuropsychologist from the Netherlands, and Pim van Lommel, the doctor in cardiology who interviewed many people with a near-death experience, because it's very interesting to see what happens when you die. And then I had a coma experience, and I had my own experiences, but it's very hard to talk about it. I will talk about it in a separate video, what happens if you die, and then somehow you come back in your body, and you wake up, and then you have, some of them have very incredible experiences, some only have a lot of pain in the back, or in the brain, you know, or in your body. Okay, so I studied psychology in Nijmegen, and my interest went a lot into neuropsychology, understanding the brain, understanding the body, understanding the behavior, understanding behavior change. Then I got more interested in clinical psychology, which means people who have maybe mental and emotional problems. And then I was more interested in child development and psychiatry. I worked with 5 years with children who had emotional and mental and psychological and psychiatric problems. I was very impressed by the psychiater there, who was very good. I wanted to study psychiatry after my study of psychology, but I went to the University of Maastricht, and I was talking with many people who did psychiatry, and also patients who were in psychiatry, and I realized it's not for me. You know, it was maybe too much focus on the body and pills, and not enough about really the psyche, the emotions, you know. So then I decided I wanted to study, not to be a doctor, but to be a health scientist. And my specialization was in behavior change and lifestyle. And we call that preventive medicine, you know. I did that in Maastricht, and I was studying a lot about what happened in the Harvard University and the Toronto University, because they had the most information about preventive medicine, which means how you can improve your life and your lifestyle via good, excellent nutrition, excellent exercise, enough good exercise like swimming, cycling, uphill, walking, and many more ways you can exercise, even weightlifting, you know, build some muscles. So food, exercise, relaxation, and changing bad behavior, like bad addiction, into good addictions, like alcohol, tobacco, drugs. Might not be always the good idea. For sure, it's not a good idea to drink a lot of alcohol and to smoke a lot of cocaine, or to use a lot of heroin, you know, alcohol, hard drugs, and many more addictions that are not good for you. So basically, to understand how you can help patients and people, clients, to change bad into good habits, and to do enough exercise, to eat healthy, and to relax, and to do yoga, meditation, good sleep, you know. All relaxation is good for the brain. And then I had my own institute for preventive medicine for 5 years. And there were 2 doctors, 2 health scientists, 3 psychologues, and 3 food nutritionists, you know, who studied at the Wageningen University, who is one of the best universities for food and environment and agriculture. Wageningen in the Netherlands. My son also studied there, and now my son specialized in diabetes and obesity, and he studied in Ghent, Belgium, and now he studies obesity in the University of Leuven, KU Leuven. Okay, this was my introduction to all my psychology, neuropsychology, and lifestyle videos. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy watching these videos, and I hope you will read a lot of books from Erik Scherder, Pim van Lommel. Watch all my videos on my YouTube channel from Gabor Mate, also Abraham Maslow. The humanistic psychology is very interesting, about the 5 basic needs. It's very important to understand, I think. Carl Jung, about the unconscious, the things we can't see, you know. Only with the heart we can see the truth, he said. And those who look outside might get lost. And those who look inside, they might find themselves, you know. Know thyself, Socrates. So Carl Jung is a very interesting psychologist. Abraham Maslow. Who else do we have? Erikson, Erich Fromm. I love the humanistic psychology. So I'm interested in neuropsychology, in the brain, in clinical psychology, in forensic psychology, what you can do to help people in the jail to change bad into good behavior, child development and child psychiatry and child development. So I love psychology, and I love health sciences and preventive medicine. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy my course in neuropsychology. Bye.